I did it again. I forgot to turn on my mic, but I didn't say much. So you remember when when you wouldn't put politics or you anything into like movies or video games because you did not want to alienate, say, half the American population or make them feel disenfranchised. I mean, I know a lot of comic books did this. Now, again, there was censorship, make no mistake, but you wouldn't diss like a certain demographic. You wouldn't shit on a certain political ideology or religion because, again, you didn't want to do that, especially in comics. Because again, there are things that were meant to be edgy, meant to offend, but like Tosh Point oh and South Park, but they offended everybody equally. And that was the point. Like most people would just laugh these things off, but here's an article: Nexon Cacao Games accused of using feminist hand gestures in promotional video. What the fuck? Seen in an animated video recently inserted into Nexon's popular game MapleStory, in which a character makes a finger gesture that is associated with the defunct radical feminist community Magalia. Nexon removes the video after it became controversial over the weekend. Screenshots on social media. Companies criticized heavily for use of gesture and promo video created by outsourced films. I don't know, Nexon, Kyoko Games, and other game companies here were criticized heavily over the weekend when a hand gesture associated with a defunct radical feminist, blah 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 blah. Already read this. The company removed the video, and they said had been produced by an outsourced company and apologized for failing to review the video thoroughly, according to the industry's officials Monday. And see, but that's the thing. You outsource things to third-party companies that are, for the most part, ideologically possessed, like Sweet Baby. And you come back with, again, these companies, they do not add to the game. They do not add value to your product. Or at least in this case, they add things that actively piss people off. The controversy began, son of a bitch, after users found the controversial hand gesture in an animated video for Nexon's popular game MapleStory. This video was created by animation studio Purry. After facing a strong backlash from users, Nexon issued an apology Sunday, saying it will launch an investigation into the matter. The situation escalated after users spotted the gesture in other videos produced by Studio Purry, including videos for Nexon's other popular games such as Dungeon Fighter Online, The Blue Archive, Kakio Games, Eternal Return, and Smilegate's Epic 7. The characters in the videos are seen making a gesture using their thumb and index finger, which is associated with the online feminist community, whatever the fuck, to mock a specific body part of Korean men. It's to make their cock. It shows that their cock's small. Like, this is an active gesture in Korea that's like, oh hey, your dick's small, and it's toilet humor. I mean, if the point was to be edgy, and if that's the point of the game, whatever. But they're actively inserting these things in games that have absolutely nothing to do with this, in a completely different culture. That Nexon's like, nah, we ain't. We're launching an investigation. This gesture is perceived as a symbol of misandry amongst young men in Korea. I mean, yes. In an official statement, Nexon's MapleStory team said, "We sincerely apologize for causing concern amongst our heroes. We will take measures to ensure that the promotional material and questions are no longer distributed and conducts a thorough investigation into the controversy as quickly as possible to take necessary action." See, this is the thing I wanted to talk about. In most Western entertainment, it's almost like the point is to piss people off. The point is to play spot the racist, spot the sexist, spot the transphobe. So they inject things like this into things that have absolutely nothing to do with it because they want the outrage. And here you have Nexon. Now, I have no love for Nexon after the whole Dark and Darker controversy, but just have a company be like, no, we're launching an investigation, and we're actually going to do something about this. That you usually never see that. Nexon also stated its commitment to prevent such incidents from happening again, while making every effort to ensure that the culture of hatred towards others does not spread. Yeah, I mean, and Korea's not stupid. Like, they see what's happening in Western entertainment. Same thing with the Japanese. And they are actively going against these things. You know, they don't live in a bubble. They know these things and like, nah, we're not having this. We took down all the related videos and stopped marketing activities related to them. Currently, all team members are conducting a comprehensive investigation. Kim Chong S. Director of MapleStory at Nexon, told the game's fans online on Sunday night, "We will never allow a culture that publicly expresses hatred towards others and those who enjoy such cultures to defame MapleStory." Studio, I need to look this up, Purpuri, which worked on some of the problematic videos, explained the gesture was inserted to connect between different movements, not intentionally included as a specific gesture. The staffer involved is a key frame animator who participates in all of our works. But controlling each and every gesture like this is not possible. Well, yes. If people see literally the exact same hand gesture in completely different games, I think there's a correlation to be drawn. And further stated, "We will take responsibility for all scenes that raise suspicion and make necessary modification, and the staffer in question will not participate in any future modification work or ongoing promotional videos. We will also recall and discard any ongoing works and proceed with reworks." Controversies over the hand gesture has not been limited to Korea's game industry. In 2021, convenience store franchise GS25 was also heavily criticized for a camping event poster that includes the offensive gesture. Again, people are seeing these and they're like, oh wait, there's a correlation here. The poster features an illustration of the hand picking up a sausage, which was pointed out as resembling the Magalia hand gesture. As a result, a large-scale boycott movement was launched against GS25, and consequently GS Retail's CEO issued an apology. I mean, yeah, people are seeing this culture and are like, not now. And again, under normal circumstances, this probably wouldn't be a problem. But giving the state of entertainment nowadays, again, these are the things that are actively shoved in our face. That jokes and gestures and symbolism is bad. Well, they're just expressing the exact same thing. I mean, it's the football field we operate in now, and well, it's just the way things are. They do not have comics. So yeah, I mean, what I've heard was the CEO of Nexon said he fired all of his female animators, which is a little bit too harsh, but it is his company. And he's like, nah, this is gonna be what's happening. Fuck it. But, again, I just wanted to go over this because it's very weird how you have a company that's actively going against this culture of hate that's been fostered by primarily social justice activists. It's like no one talks about the bigotry that social justice activists put out, or how they enter companies and are like, oh yeah, let's change this, that, and the other. And then you have third party companies like Purpuri and Sweet Baby, which are inundated with these types of people who use activism to uplift themselves. And again, they don't add anything to their games. They don't add anything to movies. They just, if anything, they take away. Or if they do add something, it's to outwardly go against and, shit on other people. So yeah, that's all I gotta say about this. See ya.